We want to load this HTML in a Docker container using the Nginx image that we pulled in the last video. But for that we need to do some configuration. Basically the sample web app that we have right here, we need to push that to a Docker container. In order to push that, we need a Docker file. Let me create a new text document, and Docker file does not have any extension. So it will be plain and simple Docker file, no txt or any extension. Let me save that. Let me open the Docker file here, and Notepad is fine for now. Perfect, we have our Docker file here. It is all empty. Now what do we want to define here? We first need to specify what image do we want to use or how do we want to build the container. Containers are built using an image, and for this container we will be using the Nginx image. For this one here we will have a from command, and the image that we want to use is the Nginx image. No spelling mistake there. Perfect. Next thing, after we have the image here, we want to copy some files. If I go back to the folder, you can notice that the HTML file, we have that in the sample web app folder. If we take a look at from the Docker file, we have to go in the sample web app, and there we have the HTML. So right here, we have to go one directory inside sample web app, and then we need to copy all of those files that are inside the sample web app to the Nginx server. Now for that, the destination path is usr, share, nginx, and html. Now where did I get this magic path from? If you go back to the image in Docker Hub and scroll down, you will notice we have that right here. For the basic command, you can see we have the source directory, and destination, this is the route inside the Nginx server. So in Nginx image, we have to move all the files in this location. Now every image will be different, so that's why you will have to go through the documentation of the image to understand on where the files have to be pasted for that Docker image. To avoid spelling mistake, let me copy that, paste it here, and yep, I had a spelling mistake in the Nginx here. If that was the case, things will not work. So now what exactly are we doing in this Docker file? We are saying from the Nginx image, copy all the files in the sample web app to this particular location, and that is exactly what was written in the documentation, as you can see that. With that, we have created our very first Docker file, but how everything comes together, let me continue and show that in the next video.